So welcome back to Changzhou for the Victor China Open. First round action all of yesterday and all of today. We've had 9 matches so far, just one more to come, and it features last year's beaten finalist Chen Yufei, the number 3 seed this year from China, against the left-handed DENG Xuan, now representing Hong Kong, but formerly representing China. Well, when we look at this section of the draw, if you were with us earlier, you would have seen Pusala Venkata-Sindhu, the world champion, come through her first round match against the former Olympic champion Li Shuirui, and the teenager Ansi Young has come through against the German Yvonne Li and came through a very convincing opening game. Good second game though. Yvonne Li promoted from the reserve list, replaced Mia Blichfeldt, who was originally in the draw. We wish Mia Blichfeldt well in her recovery from a foot injury. So it's Chen Yufei against DENG Xuan. Taken the Western name Joy since she's been living in Hong Kong. But I remember her at the Youth Olympic Games in Singapore in 2010 when she was representing China. In fact, she won a silver medal at those Youth Olympic Games. Lost out to Sapsari Tevarattanachai in the final. There she is. Born in Guangzhou, in Guangdong province here in China. And Guangzhou, of course, is where we have the World Tour finals, the HSBC BWF World Tour finals for a second consecutive year will be staged in Guangzhou. First meeting between these two players.
Red? It's red.
Court.
Is this court? Chen?
Receive.
You receive?
So it was DENG Xuan who won the toss of the coin, chose which end she wanted to start, and she gets to serve because Chen Yufei said she wanted to receive. Not sure I quite understand that, but it seems to be very trendy in badminton to choose to receive rather than serve or choose ends. 21 years of age now, the number 3 seed Chen Yufei, enjoying her 15th week in total, as will number 2. Beaten in the final here a year ago, lost to Carolina Marin, having beaten Sung Ji-hyun in the second round, Pusala Venkata-Sindhu in the quarterfinal, and Yamaguchi in the semi-final a year ago. Incidentally, Yamaguchi has lost, the number 1 seed, lost to Evgenia Kosetskaya of Russia in yesterday's match. Okuhara has also gone from the women's singles, and so has Sina Nehwal. So 3 seeds have already departed as we now look at DENG Xuan. Left-hander, as I was telling you, born in Guangzhou, currently 43 in the world ranking, but I can tell you actually her highest ranking was 29, and that was when she was representing China. And I can tell you it was on the 14th of November 2013, and it was 1 week. And the reason that I believe that statistic there is wrong is because for some reason her identification number on the BWF website and tournament software website has changed from when she was representing China, and now she's representing Hong Kong. I always thought that the player number, identification number, had to remain the same, but somehow it hasn't, and that's why there's the little discrepancy. But I can assure you she was 29 in the world. Stéphane Vernet of France is our umpire for this one, and Sydney Gallos from New Zealand, our service judge. made her return to international competition in December 2017 when she won, having come through the qualifying, the Nepal International Series event. So that was her first tournament since January 2014 at the Syed Modi Grand Prix Gold event. CHEN, Hong Kong coach, World Championships silver medalist in 2007, Hong Kong coach.
Chen Yufei, China. And on my left, Deng Xuan, Hong Kong, China. Deng Xuan to serve. Level. Play. Service over. 1 love.
Well, as far as the left-hander is concerned, she's had one semi-final this year. That was the Thailand Masters Super 300 event, lost to the eventual champion, Fitriani. But the left-hander has lost in the first round of her last 6 tournaments. Last time she actually won a match in individual competition was almost 6 months ago when she lost in the second round of the India Super 500 event. So left-hander's form and not that of her opponents.
Service over.
And when I can tell you that Chen Yufei, there she is, has won 4 titles this year. She's played 11 tournaments and she's been in at least the semi-final of all 11 tournaments. And that, in my book, makes her the most consistent women's singles player of the whole year. And by the year, I don't mean the last 12 months, I mean 2019. That's well left.
5-1.
Just missed it. Lovely idea, though, from Chen Yufei. Oh, look at that skill. That's played to perfection. Great angle, great disguise. Just inside the line. Oh yes, that's good.
3-7.
Missed it.
4-7.
Oof, that didn't miss by much. My goodness
9,
me.
4.
Which is not challenging. So good about moving her opponent from side to side, Chen Yufei. She's got these wonderful angles, and as I was just saying, played with disguise most of the time. And therefore opponents just cannot guess which side it's going to come. Yeah, super drop shots, and it's a 7-point advantage for Chen Yufei at the mid-game interval in this opening game.
耐心一点，因为你现在攻得比较顺嘛，攻得比较顺嘛，但是所以说你还是向前冲得比较快，知道吗？所以有的时候推这样子。
Yigang, women's singles coach for the Chinese team, and giving his advice. Quite frankly, beyond keep doing what you're already doing, I'm not quite sure what else he can say.
3号场地将进行是女子双打，由来自英格兰的比尔切史密斯对阵来自印度尼西亚的波利拉尤哈。
Court 3, women's doubles. Chloe Birch, Lauren Smith from England versus Gracia Polly, Apriani Rahayu from Indonesia.
裁判员苏晓峰，中国。法庭裁判。
I was mentioning that she won the Nepal International Series event of 2017, the left-hander. That, in fact, was her only international tournament of the year. So it was really only last year that she made her comeback. 4 finals from 13 tournaments, 3 titles. Won the Slovak Futures Series event, which is lower than a international series event as a qualifier. Won the Mongolia International Series and the White Knights International Challenger. Then reached the final of Hyderabad Super 100 event. So gradually worked her way up. Oh my goodness, that's a good net shot. From the Future Series events to International Series to International Challengers and then Super 100s. Net shot there from Chen Yufei could not have been any tighter.
Service over. 7-12.
2号场地将进行的是女子单打，由来自泰国的崔楚峰对阵来自加拿大的李文珊。
Court 2, women's singles. Pongpawi Chongchuwong from Thailand versus Michelle Lee from Canada.
裁判员李维，中国。发球裁判麦郎燕，越南。
Umpire Yi Wei, Xuan. Service judge Mai Long Yi, Vietnam.
Oh, that's well taken. Oh, goodness me, the return of serve. Tight spinning net shot. And she was ready and waiting to pounce on the reply. Oh, challenges that.
Chen Yufei challenges. Called out.
Well, earlier on, she hit a perfect cross-court slice to that same area. Has she done it again? No, she hasn't. Missed it this time.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 9-13. Play.
Oh, it's just long. Yeah, that's a pity from Deng Xuan's point of view.
14-9.
Longest rally so far.
Service over. 10.
Finish perfect that
14.
time. Never gives much away. Xuan Chen on the coach's bench. Another player that used to represent China before moving to represent Hong Kong. Oh, that's lovely.
11-14.
Well. Right back in it now. And she doesn't want to change the shuttle. What on earth has happened here? Has Chen Yufei gone off the boil? Allowed her opponent back in? Or has the left-hander just upped her game? I think it's a bit of both, to be honest. Well, that is certainly a sloppy return from Chen Yufei. Yeah, and that's missed as well. And Deng Xuan is back level. 14-all. 10 of the last 13 points to the left-hander since the mid-game interval. Oh, there's another challenge here from Chen Yufei. If she's wrong on this, she doesn't have any challenges left. And she doesn't have any challenges left.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenge remaining.
Well, would you believe it? Honestly, seemed to be cruising at 11-4 at the mid-game
15,
interval.
14. Yes,
Looked pretty healthy position 5 rallies ago as well when she was leading 14-9.
Play.
Yeah.
Service over. 15-all.
Well, in my mind, there's no doubt that Chen Yufei just went a little bit sloppy in part of her game. Unforced errors on the return of serve, letting her opponent dictate some rallies. overdone it.
Service over.
Well, this is utterly astonishing.
15.
Well, having sung her praises as the most consistent player so far this year, 11 tournaments, and at least a semi-final in all the 11 tournaments of 2019, this is not the sort of performance that has brought her that sort of record.
16-17.
Especially when you consider her opponent hasn't won a match since March. 6 tournaments in the interim period, lost first round of all 6 of them. Oh, that's delightful. That is a wonderful shot. A nice way to get back level. Yeah, just a little more purpose in the last couple of rallies from Chen Yufei. More purposeful movement. Willing to get on the attack. And gets her nose back in front. Oh, that's found the line. That's a super shot from the left-hander.
18-19.
Held it to the last moment. Oh, flicking it deep.
Service over. 20. Game point.
2 game point opportunities for Chen Yufei. Yeah, converts on her first. Well, apart from a little spell in that opening game where she completely went off the boil. Chen Yufei regaining her form towards the end and therefore closing out the opening game. 21-18. 18 minutes needed for game number 1.
1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, I think that opening game was close enough that it will make Chen Yufei a little more
Second
focused
game.
at the
Double.
start of this second game against Ding
Play.
Xuan of Hong Kong.
Service over. 1, love.
It's going wide. Yeah, thought for a moment she was going to hit that.
2, love.
That's gone wide. Well, so
3,
much for my theory.
love. Service over. 1, 3.
Maybe she's just so full of confidence that she's going to win this match anyway, Chen Yufei. Not really in top gear at the moment. I always think that's a bit of a dangerous tactic.
Chen.
It's going wide.
4, 3.
Yeah, there's signs now that
5,
Chen Yufei is just
3.
upping the pace of movement and pace of shot. Oh, that's landed clearly in.
6, 3.
I've seen a number of shuttles throughout the day on the near back side of the line, landing in, which would go with the theory that Morton and I came up with, that the drift
7,
is
3.
going towards the far side of the court. So the left-hander is now hitting with the drift, which obviously means shuttle's coming towards us as we're looking down. Might just hold up and stay in. There's another one that's gone long.
8, 3.
8 straight points from love 3 down. Beautiful skill.
9.
The reverse slice cross-court drop from the round the head position. Just watch the racket head here. Wraps around the shuttle, placing it across court. Oh. 10 straight points
10,
now.
3. Change it.
Yeah, she's definitely gone up a gear. Chen Yufei.
Service over. 4, 10. Service over. 11, 4.
So to the mid-game interval, with the same 7-point advantage that she had in the opening game, Chen Yufei, but then the opening game ended up very close indeed. So this is far from over yet.
对不对？以前只是想到打圆环操作，现在就是新的战术打那个，然后就是注意啊，你不是主动加速，你知道吗？打完抓球的时候，抓球的时候主动变速，就是说局部的一个加速就行了。你不要像第一局那个整场杀上来，全场加速，反而效果不好，那么它是变速出来就行。把节奏控制好。对啊。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Thank you. Eleven, 4. Play. Nigel.
Well, it was well wide.
4.
The sideline judge, I think, not realising he had to make a call. You do have to make a call even when it's miles out. Sensible umpiring, just making the decision that it was out.
Service over. 5, 12.
Oh, surely she's not going to go off the world as she did in the opening game. Wouldn't do it twice, would she? Ah, that's perfect. Wonderful cross-court punch clear.
13-6.
Beautiful. That's a great lift from there. Oh, and follows it up with a perfect cross-court drop shot.
15-6. DENG.
Amazing lift off a tight spinning net shot.
Service over. 7-15.
got the net cord.
Service over.
Yeah, she knows that she has to try and make the net
16,
shots tight.
8.
Otherwise, it's going to be punished, and therefore, in trying to make it tight, she's making 1 or 2 errors.
Service over. 9, 16. Thank you.
Oh, it's
Right.
stayed in, going
Service
against
over.
the drift.
17, 9.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pity from Deng Xuan
18,
perspective,
9.
because she was really commanding the rally, dictating the pace. And perhaps ran out of patience.
Nineteen, 9.
It's pushed long, and
20,
therefore it's match
match
point
point,
opportunities
9.
for Chen Yufei, the number 3 seed from China.
Game.
2 straight games, and the number 3 seed Chen Yufei safely through to the second round, where she will play against the teenager
Match
Wan
won
Si-young.
by CHEN Yufei, 21-18, 21-9.
So the umpire just confirming that scoreline, and apart from really just losing her focus, I think, in that second game, Chen Yufei looking impressive. The net cord to finish off the match in 33 minutes. So 21-18, 21-9. Chen Yufei, the beaten finalist from a year ago, safely through to the second round. So that's our 10 matches for the day, which all started at 10 o'clock this morning with a huge upset, because the number 8 seed, Simon Awol, was beaten by Busanan Nongbangarangpan from Thailand in 2 straight games. Then it was men's doubles, and the All England finalists, Aaron Cha and Sowi Ik, going down to the left and right-handed combination, Endo and Watanabe, the number 5 seeds. That was under 40 minutes for that one. Tai Su Ying, the former world number 1 and number 2 seed, too good for Sonia Chia. That was 2 straight games. And then it was mixed doubles, and the World Championships silver medalists Puavaranukro and Tedrat Tanachai coming through 2 very good games against Faisal and Wijaya. Then men's singles, and Cho Tien Chen, the world number 2, who's won 3 of his last 5 tournaments. That means he's in great form. He showed his great form again today. 12-10 his victory over Petpradub of Thailand. Then it was men's doubles, and the defending champions Astrup and Rasmussen against the pair from Chinese Taipei who only formed their partnership this year. The defending champions won through in just 30 minutes, 14 and 11. Then it was the newly crowned world champion Pusala Venkata Sindhu who beat the former Olympic champion and former world number 1 Li Shuirei in 2 games, 18 and 12. Then women's doubles, and our only match today that went the full distance. It was the defending champions who also happened to be the reigning Olympic champions. Matsutomo and Takahashi coming through against Li Wenmei and Zheng Yu. 21-8 in the deciding game. Then it was mixed doubles, and Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping, the reigning Asian champions, won in 2 straight games against Kondo and Kurihara. And then, as we've just witnessed, Chen Wu-fei, well, although the opening game seemed to lose her way a little bit, kept her focus back in time to beat the left-handed Deng Xuan in 2 straight games, 21-18, 21-9. So that's it for today's second round action tomorrow. And that's the same time as today. That's 10 a.m. local time, 0200 GMT. From all of us here in Changzhou, especially from me, Jill Clark. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.